Good morning, happy May 21st. Today is going to be a gorgeous day, so hopefully you do your work either before or after you get outside. And we're getting closer and closer to the summer equinox, yay! Today's reading is accepting what we don't understand, and that can be very hard. Most of our life is a mystery. We will never know why certain things happen, exactly how our bodies work, and why we're here. We could spend a lifetime learning about the universe and still not understand how it functions. By accepting and appreciating that we are lifelong learners, we can enjoy our lives more fully. We're part of this enormous tapestry, that interconnectivity, of which we cannot see the beginning or the end. We know only our particular view from our particular space. When we embrace living in the state of mystery, we can begin to find the beauty in it. And I don't know, some of you are probably like myself where you can't stop. I always want to know why something didn't work or how to fix it, or kind of like the science or the mechanics behind it. And even the COVID, I'm more fascinated by the science and how to prevent it and what it's going to look like in the big picture versus why. The why is irrelevant. There are a lot of people in the animal rights world that believe that this is a wake-up call from the universe, that we need to be more cognizant of how much we eat animals, how we treat them, and how it's not really part of the bigger picture in terms of nature. We think they're this non-living commodity for us to consume as protein. If we do it more mindfully, this probably wouldn't have happened, and that's a whole other discussion itself. But and then with the cost of meat going up because of the processing situations, it's going to make us realize that relying on cheap meat, we'll have to have a second thought. Where does it come from? Where do we consume it from? And I know some of you have switched to buying your meat at this point from local farms like Beretta, NutraStream, Cooper's, Round the Bend. So today I thought I'm going to shuffle these animal cards, and I want to just pick an animal card and hopefully we'll read what it's about, but I'll also use it to tell me what our pinnacle pose is going to be. I've had some really good feedback on the plank challenge. I do love how I don't feel necessarily skinnier or lighter, but I love how the length of time I'm able to maintain something of a bit of discomfort. It's good for you. So on that note, I can't remember if I mentioned it. So I was at my friend's, I saw her puppies, and one of the things they have to do for purebred dogs to help improve their brain function was to every day expose them to a couple minutes or seconds of discomfort. And the theory is that if there was a bit of a challenge or discomfort, it actually grows synapses in the brain. That when we're too comfortable consistently, same pattern, same level, we get complacent in our mind and our body. And for the puppies, it's something as simple as putting them on a freezing cold wet washcloth that's been in the freezer. It doesn't feel good. Holding them upside down for a second because they want to be right side up. And I feel like this plank challenge, coupled with poses that are out of your comfort zone, coupled with having to sit and breathe longer than maybe your ego wants to, all of these things help our immune system, keep us present, and now I'm learning help with synapses in the brain. As we age, we want to keep this continuing instead of dying off. So, first pose I chose was seal. Oh, maybe that's the one I should do. So we're going to do some heart openers, also called back bends. They all fall into the Cobra series. So, seal. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, the light's flashing. And I want to find the book to read it for you. Immerse yourself in artistic and creative expression. The seal embodies imagination. So let's see what this little reading says, and then we'll get to our movement. Imagination. Your subconscious mind is the playground of your imagination, which waits to be called out by your willingness to unleash the bonds of personal convention and social constraint, to challenge and surpass the usual limits you're placed on yourself regarding artistic expression. That's a lot of words. What I gather by swimming through all that is that you actually subconsciously have this artistic or creative piece inside your body, and it can either be encouraged and nourished from teachers and experiences and families in your life, or it can be squashed. I had a teacher very early on, I had art teachers that were very much black and white. It had to look exactly like what the assignment was or what the professional had already done, and there was no space for my interpretation. As an adult, you have more time and space to do what you think is interesting, and maybe your creative expression is how you made your food, or how you plated it, or what you put in your smoothie, or how you do your garden. And as an adult, there's no one there sitting telling us if this is right or wrong. This means nothing less than to release your familiar sense of identity and stretch the boundaries of your creative mind. And hopefully during this pause on the universe, you've had the opportunity to do a few more creative things than normal. It's not a matter of believing or disbelieving that you have talent of any kind of creative pursuits. It's a matter of surrendering to the imaginative impulse that's beginning to be expressed in some form. Surrender, there's that word we use a lot. So drop beneath those restrictive beliefs and tap into the most natural drive towards creative, artistic expression. Perhaps something you've always wanted to do but have stopped yourself until now. Feel it in all its depth and dimensions, and then throw yourself into it, whether it's singing, dancing, painting, drawing, writing, or some other path. This is food for your heart and your soul, and don't put it off any longer. It's time to take the plunge. And other associations with the seal: creativity, grace, adaptation, and playfulness. And that's something I really love about our yoga community. We can have a laugh with ourselves. There are some schools of yoga where it's silent, it's extreme, it's grueling, it's based on performance. Ours is, what do I feel in this moment, and can I make my health a little bit better? So let's come onto our back. We're going to do a little bit of awareness of the spine and the belly and that connection when we do our floor cat-cow. So I'm going to bring my bum towards my heels. That's to lengthen my spine. And I'm going to slowly take my time to lay the back of my heart down. And finally, just take 2 breaths here. Let your arms be heavy. Your fingers are relaxed, palms turned up. And as you breathe in, does your chest naturally want to rise? And guess what happens? Stick your hands. Usually, especially in the female body, there's a big gap, or deep curved banana back. And as you breathe out, can you gently let that banana back fall to the earth? Inhale, my knuckles are heavy, but my fingers are relaxed. Chest rises, there's that big gap. And as you exhale, consciously pressing that back down, there's a tucking of the tail, and I feel this natural rocking motion of my hips. You can also take your hands to your hips and notice this. Tuck, tilt, tuck, tilt. There's the curve, tuck. Let's do 3 more rounds. Maybe you're going to visualize cat-cow. Inhale, cow back. There's that big curve. Exhale, cat back, tuck the tail. Inhale, cow back. Exhale, cat back. Press your tail down. And one more time. Inhale, cow back. Exhale, engage the core. Let's hold that for a moment. My belly's engaged. I'm pressing my back down. My tail's tucked. My bum's lifted just a little. And then release. Now we're going to take it up another level. So it's the bridge series. Feet pressed down. Squeeze your bum. Lift your bum up. And just stop there for a second. And exhale down. Inhale, squeeze your bum, lift your hips. Press your inner thighs together, and exhale, lower down. Let's do that 2 more times. It's your choice how high up you're lifting your hips. Squeeze your bum, thighs together, hips rise. Exhale down, and I'm not trying to bring my shoulders under this time. 1 more time. Feet root down, bum squeezes, hips rise. And exhale down. Knees to chest, little boat or circles. So whenever we do one series of poses with our body, there's a counter set of poses. So we just did back bends, and now I'm bringing my thighs into my chest, the opposite of the back bend. Knees to the floor on the left, double leg spinal twist. Release the weight of that right shoulder. And hopefully after our upper back shoulder work yesterday, this is a little easier.
While your body's lying here, throw alignment to the wind and just notice any tugging or resistance in your body. Back to center, knees to the right. Release that left shoulder and notice any tugging all down the left side of your body. And back to center, little boat or circles. Single leg in tight, left leg extends. Single leg wind relieving pose. Let's take 2 breaths here, pulling the right thigh in, pointing the left toes away. We're lengthening the front line of our body that we will be using when we come into our back bends on the floor. Left hand takes right knee over, single leg spinal twist. Back to center, little boat or circles. And last time, left leg in tight, right leg extends. Pull that left thigh in, point the right toes away, waking up the front lines of that right leg. Right hand takes left knee over, single leg spinal twist. Oh, that's a good crack. Back to center and little boat or circles. I'm actually going to do egg beaters. Hands on my knees, swirling one direction and the other. I'm going to pull the knees wide for a moment. Choosing to stay here or come into the setup for happy baby. Hands behind the back of the thighs and the knees, adding some counter pressure. And then maybe you're reaching, coming into full happy baby. Maybe you're holding your forearms. Soles together, bind. Press the knees away. Then releasing your feet to the mat. Soles together, knees out to the side, recline cobbler. Maybe nice wide arms. Close the knees, thighs to chest, little boat. Once more, let's take our feet in the air this time. We haven't massaged the hamstrings in a while. Point and flex, fan the toes, roll out the ankles. Help the legs fall wide. And your choice, wide arms, totally relax, or flex, or hold the inner knees if this is too much stretching. Close your legs, thighs to chest, little boat. Maybe you can make a monkey bind or monkey grip around those thighs. Bring them in. And then let's roll into our right side, curl up in a ball for a moment. Take a rest. And then pressing yourself upright. Okay, let's come into tabletop. We're going to assess palms under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Engage your core, bum in the air, and notice any resistance, maybe in your belly, your spine, your hips. And then exhale, come into cat. Inhale, cow, 2 more rounds. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Hold it, look up. Engage the core, exhale, cat. Tuck your toes. Let's walk to the top of our mat. Knees bend. How deeply can you sit and let your head go? Swing side to side, gorilla. Option to grab your elbows if that feels easier. Arch to the side wide, rise. Lift up, look at your hands. So imagine we're holding that beach ball. Lengthen.
And let's arc to the left, back to center, and arc to the right. Wide arm swan dive. Half back, fold, plant, pop, and lower down. Sleeping cobra, 2 breaths. Picking up your head, baby cobra. Press back into dog. We're gonna come back to that cobra series. Pedaling your dog. Right foot forward, left foot back, low lunge. Choosing to stay here or tuck and rise. Hands release, feet together, fold, rise, heart center. Inhaling up, exhale, fold. Half back, fold, plant, pop, lower. Sleeping cobra, 2 breaths. Pick up your head, baby cobra, downward dog. Pedal your dog. See if those heels one at a time can come to the floor. Deep calf stretch. Left foot forward, right knee back, low lunge. Staying here, or choose to go a little higher, tuck and rise, or you can even come out at an angle. Hands release, feet together, fold, rise, heart center. Once more on each side to get our blood flowing. Inhale up, exhale, fold. Half back, fold, plant. I'm gonna come knees down and slowly lower my heart forward. Sleeping cobra, 2 breaths. Pick up your heart. Your choice now, back bend. Baby cobra or up dog. Down dog. Right foot forward, left foot back, high lunge. Find your footing. Awesome. Hands release, feet together, fold, rise, heart center. One more. Now, do you feel it when we don't do the sun salutations? I do. Inhale up, exhale, fold. Half back, fold, plant, lower down, your choice, chaturanga, or just flop on down. Sleeping cobra, 2 breaths. Pick up your chest, baby cobra, or turn it into up dog. Roll over the toes, down dog. Left foot forward, right foot back, high lunge. Hands release, feet together, fold, rise, heart center. Okay, guess what's next? Day 21 at Plank Challenge. Good job, guys. Only 9 more. And I think we should continue after this, even if we do a minute every day. So I'm gonna come into tabletop. Today's 2 minutes. Let's step back, high plank. Look at your hands underneath, wrists under elbows, elbows under shoulders. It is important once in a while to do it in front of a mirror. I'm looking at the top of my mat so that my neck is in line with my spine. I'm hearing good feedback about your enjoyment of the plank. Maybe some of your family members are doing it with you. And let's see, I can look over there. I look pretty straight. I'm always paranoid about my belly sagging. We're almost at 1 minute. Okay, there's the 1 minute mark. 1 more minute. Press the floor away. Engage your core. If you're shaking, that's good progress. We can do it. 30 more seconds.
10 more seconds. Guess what? 2 minutes, knees down, extended child's pose. Nice work, guys. Ladies. Now, that's killing my wrists, so I'm going to either bring back of my hands together. That's one nice stretch. I might bring my arms behind me, palms turned up, shoulders relaxed. If you have someone in the room, they could sit on your bum facing away here. It feels really good. Even better is they lie back, starfish on a rock, and then upright. Okay, the good thing is we're not doing anything else weight bearing on our wrists. We're gonna come on our belly, sleeping cobra. So when we do sleeping cobra, it's key that you start to become really aware of the frontline muscles of your body. When I first started yoga, I was all about my wrists and I was using my upper body strength. We will be building up to seal, which is probably one of the biggest back bends we do in our back bend series. You'll hear it for all of these referred to as heart openers because the key is I'm opening this area, which tends to be compressed from our head drop forward activities. So feet are untucked. Bring those legs together. I'm pressing my toes. My big toes are touching. My inner knees and inner thighs are touching. And I want to add one last piece, clench your bum. Guess what I've done? I've just turned on all the front lines of my body and the back lines. I'm going to start with my forehead down, palms slide back, elbows hug in. Press the palms into the floor. I'm going to feel a connection in the back. My shoulder blades want to come together. Press the palms into the floor. And now I'm going to engage my core so much that you cannot see it lifted, but I can feel this nice tightening in the belly. And then pick up my head, baby cobra. Hug the elbows in, chest moves forward. And exhale down. If I want to go to the next level, I'm going to lift my head a little higher. Option to take away your hands. Option to go up and down. Today I'm really tight, so I'm going to be careful with my lower back. And you're always welcome to stack your hands, windshield wiper between poses. And I'm only kind of giving you a taste of these if you're enjoying them, because backs are a sensitive thing. Some people have had injuries or their jobs and they don't really want to do a lot of back bends. That's understandable. So you're not going to do much more than what we're doing here. If you want more, you are going to engage the core, engage the glutes, and hold it longer. Key here is to always be engaging, clenching. So clench those bum cheeks together. Guess what's going to do? Protect the lower back and the sacrum. So let's come into a medium cobra. I'm engaging my core. I'm pressing the tops of my feet down. I could cheat and really push my arms straight, but guess what? That's only going to hurt my back. Bend your knees, windshield wiper. Let's do the swimmer or Superman. Arms are straight. Traditional is arms forward, legs fly. Or I can turn my palms to face each other. There's that isometric pressure, so I'm squeezing this imaginary beach ball. I'm squeezing my arches and my feet together. Nothing's there. And rise. Exhale down, windshield wiper. And again, if you like these, maybe do 3 held for 3 breath rounds of each one. Next one is locust. Palms to thighs, shoulders lift, feet lift, engage and rise. I might stay here, I might interlace my hands. Some of you might grab a strap. You're going to decide how high the feet go, straight, clench together. And then hands release, windshield wiper. All of that is leading us to seal, our animal card of the day. I don't want to put too much into the back before we get to seal. The seal is a huge back bend. Instead of my hand, actually we'll come into Sphinx. So elbows under the shoulders, my forearm is a perfect measurement, so I'm going to take my right hand to my left wrist crease, measure, come back out into Sphinx. In Sphinx position, it's a bigger back bend, but I'm being held up by the structure of my bones.
I do want to add some muscular effort, so I'm going to squeeze my bum and rise. Shoulders back, heart forward. Now, seal is going to take this one more. Actually, let's take a break. Hands down, windshield wiper. Seal takes that same Sphinx setup using bone structure to hold me in place and muscular effort, but goes the next level higher. So I'm going to come into Sphinx. This time I'm going to turn my hands on an angle. Guess what they are? They're the flippers. I'm going to widen my legs just a little and untuck. Not super wide, you don't want to hurt your sacrum. And I'm going to come up onto my palms. Oh, this might be it. Some of you may love this. I don't love this right now. The old me used to love this. And then slowly lower. Stack your hands, windshield wiper. And of course, this leads me to, I think it's called lizard or insect, lizard. I'm gonna come into Sphinx. I'm gonna widen my legs a little wider like we did earlier in seal. Toes tuck. Maybe this is it. Maybe you're gonna stay here. Some of you will go to the next level. Lift, engage your core. I might stay still or I might come forward and back, like tiny movement like when we're in dolphin. But I'm staying on my tiptoes and then knees down. Oh. Stack your hands, windshield wiper. I don't think I'm gonna do bow today. My back's a little tight, but for bow prep, I could bend my feet and just flex here. I could take my hands to my back. I could try to grab one foot, maybe one heel to bum, nice stretch. Or the other heel to bum, nice stretch. Or both. And keep the legs together, but I'm not gonna lift anything up today. And then release, stack your hands, windshield wiper. I'm gonna come on my side as a side child's pose for breast. And then I'm always asking you push up from the side so you don't hurt your back. Let's grab a happy, crazy, positive love note to yourself today. Oh. These ones are the fun artwork ones. And whenever I do these with my students at Trails, what's hilarious is most of them can't read cursive, so they have no idea what these cards say, and they ask me to transcribe. Oh, I've already done that one. Sure you get. It's time to rise. Let's see what this one is. It's time to rise. No matter what's happening in our lives, we always have the potential to rise above it. Rising is one powerful choice away. Rise out of negative thoughts or our limiting beliefs. Rise out of our comfort zone or our complaints. Rise up out of a slump or out of a bag of potato chips. Get up and rise. And what are you waiting for, darling? And we've been waiting for this sun. I know I've been using waiting for the sun as an excuse to get outside more. It's here. And also I see that the library is now available for curbside pickups starting Monday, I think. So that's awesome if you've missed having the physical library books in your life. And there's a lot of TV shows, movies, CDs, books, magazines. Thank you so much for your effort. I hope you have a beautiful day. The good in me sees the good in you. Namaste.